Why did you choose to take the track team to Tennessee?
Well, we went to Tennessee. We've gone there a couple times. The biggest reason has been the competition includes 17 states across the country, including Canada as well.
Wow.
And so it has been a huge premier meet in the closest one that we could go to, where we can really run at a high level. The other reason for going is traditionally it has always been colder here, and down there 5 hours south of here it's always been a lot warmer and the weather's been very mild. So we've been able to get a lot of good work in for going down to Tennessee traditionally.
Their season starts early.
And their season starts earlier, and they're at a different point in their season, so it's always been real good for us to kind of see where we're at as a measuring stick.
What are you hoping to accomplish during the meet?
I think the biggest goal is we're going to put a lot of emphasis in the relays when we go down there. They have a number of relays down there where they add some things to a traditional meet, so our focus is really going to be on that. And I think, our goal is to do as well as we can and try to place, and win some medals, try to place in the top 1 through 5 in those relays. And then in the individual events, do the best we can and really just try to work on a few things.
All right, cool. Is there a certain matchup that you're anticipating or a team you're hoping to beat?
Well, there's always 3 really good teams down there besides ourselves. There's a team from Alabama called Mountain Brook High School. Their makeup is just like Mason High School. Their girls team has traditionally been very, very good. There is a team from Georgia that comes, Robinson Track Club. They've been very, very good. There's obviously a few Tennessee teams like Knoxville East and Knoxville West, and there's some traditional teams like that. And then you always get a Florida team or two that's really, really good at a few things. So traditionally the best team has been Mountain Brook, Alabama, though. They've won the meet the last 3-4 years.
Wow.
And last year we were 3rd on the girls' side.
Sounds like a lot of competition.
It was very good. It's a real good meet.
What about the Canadian team? You know anything about them?
They've been, everybody that comes for the most part is pretty good along the way, because you have to run certain times to be able to get into that meet, and you have to be invited to that meet. So it's kind of a big deal. And obviously we're privileged enough to be able to go and have a team that's traditionally been good enough to be invited. So that's really cool for our fans and community and the kids on our team in the program.
Yeah.
So it's a nice privilege for us to get a chance to go.
So how do they invite you? Is it
They base it on the year's previous results and stuff, and then they extend an invitation to you to say that, we'd like you to come down here, and and then some teams inquire about it, but they might not be able to get in.
okay? Who are some of the runners that you're expecting to perform well, or what runners do you think that will have a good race?
I think as a coaching staff, besides the relays that we're going to put a lot of emphasis in, that's going to be the big goal, is the relays. And then, on a side note, I would think that Taylor Reed in the hurdles, Kara Walker in the sprint events, and Monica Lake, Bridget McElhenney, Olivia Gauss, and Ivy Beto in the distance races will be, a real strong point for us, and we're hoping, to try to either be 1st through 8th, try to get out and try to get a medal or try to place in any of those events. And it's very, very difficult there because there's hundreds of kids that run. So, we're going to give it the best shot. But those are some of the kids that I think that, we're planning on trying to do some good things when they're down there.
What encompasses mid-distance? Is that
Like
a mile,
the
2
400, the 400 and 800.
Okay.
400 and 800. So Olivia Gauss and Ivy Better are considered mid-distance runners, where Bridget McElhenney and Monica Lake are more of distance runners because they're running the mile, or they can run the 2 mile, or any of those.
At what point do you start thinking about state? Are the results of Tennessee a good measure of this?
I think that the state championship is on your mind the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
I think you think about it, but I don't think you really start talking about it till you get out of the conference championship, until we get out of the GMC meet. I think that's first and foremost the most important goal for us, is to win another GMC title and continue the winning streak in that, which would, if I'm right, I think this would make it year number 4 in a row. I think we've been in the GMC. This is year 4, I think.
I'm not sure.
I think it is.
Yeah.
So it would be 4 in a row for us, which is I think our first and foremost goal. And then after that, then we'll worry about, what's everyone's best event for the state. Try to make a run to the state championship.
Do you anticipate it every year, or are you looking forward to it? Do you have high expectations for the girls?
I think every year that we come in, we always think about, making it back to the state championship. Because I think that people talk about the state meet, but if you ever asked one of the girls that made it to the state meet, there's nothing like making it there. It's the most unbelievable experience for an athlete, and it's awesome as a coach to go. And every year that we've been here, since we've been 2001, we've had somebody make it to the state championship.
Wow.
In our high school. Either a boy or a girl has made it. So in that context, it's the coolest thing you can accomplish as a high school athlete, to make it to the state championship.
I bet.
The number of people, the environment, the trip, being in Columbus, 16 people left in your event, it's just the coolest thing ever. So I think you always think about it. You always want somebody to make it.
Yeah.
You always want a kid to make it. You always want to coach that weekend.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't coach that weekend, you'd feel sad, because it's such a cool thing to go to. And I think people don't realize how cool it is unless you've actually done it.
Yeah.
And been there. And there are some coaches that coach their whole lifetime and never make it. And I feel, and our coaches feel, we're just very blessed to have great kids, be in a great community, in a great program, where that's the ultimate goal, to make it to the state championship.
Okay. One more question. Are there benefits of going to Tennessee other than the competition? Is there a bonding experience?
Yeah, I think the Tennessee thing, besides going, riding the bus with the boys team, all of us trying to accomplish the same goal. The boys team's trying to win, the GMC meet as well. We're trying to do that as a program. I think it's fun for the kids to get away out of town. I think one of the best parts is, when they get to stay in a hotel room together and just, be kids. And I think there's a lot to that. And as coaches, I don't love going, but I think it's a great experience for our kids and our parents and our, for me as a coach, I think about too many things, we got to make sure we do this, and all the good things, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so all the responsible things you got to do, is all the preparation stuff. So that's what's always in my head. Where they're in kids' head, they just want to have fun. So I think there's a lot of good things to come out of going there.
Yeah.
It's a cool place to be. It's at the University of Tennessee. I think a college experience, to see what that looks like is just really really cool.
All right. Well, that's it.
All right, man.